Hi, my name is Alberto Damiano. I'm the principal of the Fadda International School. We have a primary school and we are also an MYP NDP IBO school. This is a video that I put together to show how we implement the IB philosophy in our school. And of course, at the heart of it, there's our mission, which is hanging right in front of my office. Here it is. The Fadda International School provides an international education that fosters academic growth within a caring community for students. The school promotes the appreciation of the diversity of people and cultures, provides an environment conducive for learning and teaching, and offers a rigorous international curriculum that in the lower years is blended with the national Italian curriculum. Another very important part of our teaching, of course, is ATL, and here you see an ATL tree hanging on the wall of an MYP class. You see that there are different branches, the 5 different ATL skills, in which all of those leaves represent skills that we have introduced in different units of the different subjects that are taught in MYP3. In this not so flattering picture, you see that we have covered our steps that lead to our school with the 10 attributes of the IB learner profile, which is of course at the center of the IB pedagogy. And we also added 2 attributes to the 10 attributes of the IB, which are passionate and adaptive. Here's a video that the French teacher put together with the kids about an IB Learner Day that we held in 2019. As you see, our community is very engaged in understanding the importance of the IB learner profile. In that day, our idea was that the older kids, the more experienced ones, were to help the younger kids in MYP1, for example, and MYP2 understand what the IB learner profile attributes meant, doing some exercise and activities related to that, also understanding the opposite of the IB learner profile attributes and what they were, and then we had debates and discussions about it. The activities resulted in some posters and materials that are still in our possession and are showcased in our corridors and in the classes. Of course, we also talked about our 2 extra attributes, which are passionate, which we introduced in 2016, because we believe that at the core of our teaching there is the passion for what we do. And also last year, after the difficult moments related to COVID, we decided that we had been very adaptive to the difficult situation that we were facing. So we also added adaptive as an attribute to the list of IB learner profile attributes that we already had. Another very important part of the IB philosophy is, of course, international mindedness, and we consider ourselves to be a community of international educators. Many of us are Italians, but that doesn't stop us from thinking globally and thinking internationally. Here is our DP coordinator, Mrs. Rice, presenting at an IB conference. This is actually, I think, in Barcelona, and it was the second one that Ms. Rice presented at. And this is me and 4 of my colleagues, Chiara Colucci, Manuel Monteverde, Giovanna Rampone, and Alessandro Andreani. We are examiners for the IB diploma in different capacities, physics, mathematics, Italian. But let's hear from our president, Mr. Oppicelli.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Oppicelli and I am the president of the Fondazione FULGIS. Reaching out and being able to cope with the whole world is a priority for us here at FULGIS, so naturally it is the priority of our international school, but it is also the priority of the city of Genoa and of its administration in person of the mayor, Mr. Marco Bucci, and the assessor that work with him, like Ms. Barbara Grosso. So we wish that our students be able to reach outside, and naturally in this respect we need them to have the tools to do so, not to be overwhelmed by outside experiences and data. And that is the reason why we think that the syllabus of the international school based on the IB pedagogy is so important in this respect. Thank you all.
Let's also hear from one of our former students, Anna Conti. Here she talks about how she decided to just go study abroad before she actually came to us.
Bilingual school. May I ask, what made you decide to go to Hong Kong? What was the occasion? Why did you go?
Okay, so, well, basically, I decided that I wanted to kind of leave my bubble here in Genoa because I just wanted to see what was the world like. I wanted to see what was outside, and I wanted to kind of try and challenge myself. And I didn't really choose Hong Kong because I got a scholarship, so I put like 10 destinations. So I had a bit of everywhere in the world.
We obviously organize many school trips in order to foster international mindedness and to make the kids grow. In MYP 1, we go to a village close by, which is called Upega, and we have the kids experience nature for a few days. And also it's important for team building because very often this is the year where our kids from the primary school get to know new kids coming from other schools. In MYP 2, we usually go to Westgate, but this year we couldn't, so we organized a virtual trip through this Padlet and some activities. In MYP 3, we go to Florence, and this is a picture of the kids that I took to Florence, I think 3 years ago. In MYP 4, usually the kids have an exchange with the Kandinsky College from Nijmegen in the Netherlands, and this year it was just virtual, on Zoom. In MYP 5, we take the kids to the CERN. Okay, we are also very attentive to the teaching of sciences, especially in MYP 4 and 5. And in DP1, we organized a few years ago an exchange with another IBO school in Vermont, Long Trail, and here's a picture of them in Piazza de Ferrari, and here's a picture of our kids with the American kids in Bocca d'Asse, but also an exchange with Bucknell University, where our teacher of Italian B, Alessandro Adriani, took some of the kids. And obviously, a very loved activity that we have in collaboration with the Liceo Deledda is our MUN edition, which is called Jimoon. At the heart of our teaching, there's also the organization of the personal project, but also what we call the exhibition in year 5, which mimics the PYP exhibition. Here is Mr. Oppicelli looking at what the kids had done. So I think I will present to you a little video on our personal project exhibition from 2021, which of course was virtual. The students showcase their project on a website that they put together with the help of our personal project coordinator, Ms. Rondanina. And then through the platform Wonder, they were able to actually showcase their work.
Was long, about 31 pages. I was able to publish it on Amazon KDP in ebook format, and I was able to design its cover page and its illustrations. Despite this,
here's Chiara presenting her work. She put together a science fiction short story, and then she published it. One of our students a few years ago was actually awarded a very important prize nationwide because he invented a new ice cream flavor. Group 4, obviously, for the DP is very important, and we usually take our DP2 kids to Lago delle Lame where they do some experiments. But also other activities that we organize and that the kids organize for either service or CAS. Here are our 3 DP1 girls who actually won the national competition for the European Science Olympiads. two of our MOP1 kids participating in a first Lego League competition in the city of Genova. And here we organize our first Friday for Future together actually with the mayor and some other schools in Genova, and our kids had a lot of fun. DP1 boys for a TOK presentation, I believe, talking about gender inequality, but also organizing charity events. I think there's a food collection event for charity, Sant'Egidio, and many more of those activities can be seen on our website and our service and CAS Padlets. Let's hear from another alumnus, Emanuele Nardini, who graduated 3 years ago, I guess.
Hi everyone, my name is Emanuele Nardini, and I recently graduated from the Fadda International School in 2018. One of my greatest achievements that I carried forward from my time at the Fadda is my extended essay. Students, as part of their diploma, have to write an essay about a subject of their choice, and in my case, that was physics. Motivated by my passion for aeroplanes, I decided to run some tests on a model aircraft wing, building my own wind tunnel, and writing the essay based on the results. This is the perfect example of how this gives students the opportunity to develop their passions, pushing them to be creative and learn interactively, especially during labs in scientific subjects.
Let's also hear from our managing director, Mrs. Susanna Fadda, who talks about the IB pedagogy.
Sono sempre utilizzate, sostenute in un certo senso in termine pedagogico, quelle che sono le caratteristiche del ragazzo, che sono la curiosità, lo sviluppo del pensiero critico che attraverso questa curiosità noi possiamo sostenere. Ritengo che il percorso dell'IBO sia un percorso che presta molta attenzione a questi aspetti.
È vero, si parte dallo studente.
Si parte dallo studente e pur essendo aspetti basilari che tutti ormai sappiamo che sono aspetti basilari, partire dallo studente non sempre i percorsi didattici l'hanno ben presente.
È vero.
L'altro aspetto importante è l'esperienza pratica del ragazzo, che è fondamentale in questo percorso, e tutti i feedback costruttivi, tutte le riflessioni che vengono attivate nello studente fanno parte di quella che è proprio l'esperienza scolastica. Inoltre ritengo che grazie a questo approccio globale che crea quello che si dovrebbe creare nel ragazzo e nel futuro uomo del domani, uno sviluppo armonico, quindi grazie a questo approccio globale che è un approccio internazionale, è un approccio che però è molto ben, ho visto che è molto ben radicato nel territorio di appartenenza.
La cultura del territorio è assolutamente una delle richieste della IBO.
La cultura del territorio è molto importante ed è importante questo percorso che il ragazzo fa, cioè diventa un ragazzo con un passaporto in un certo senso di internazionalità, e questo passaporto gli dà comunque la possibilità di poter accedere alle migliori università del mondo, no? E quindi ha queste carte in più che lui può utilizzare, ma restando dentro questa caratteristica di questo essere ben radicato nel suo territorio.
You can find out more about our activities, some other interviews that I did, and some videos that the kids put together on our YouTube channel, the Fadda International School. Thank you for your attention.